Hey, young world, the world is yours. So, what's today's date? Today is, I need to put this on charge. Today's date is January 24, 2024. Wednesday, it's now 5:21 p.m. And as I'm writing up my lesson plans, okay, getting way more organized in what content I want to bring to my channel as far as like all the teaching stuff, all the, my attempt to teach and reach like-minded souls by way of telling my story through oracle cards, tarot, and music, and of course, life's experiences that I so am transparent about here on this channel. Okay. All that's strategically planned, I've been going through a very bad flare again that has had me super tired and knocked out and sleep and just, out of it. Just totally out of it, and like not being able to sleep at night due to chronic musculoskeletal pain, low back pain, sciatica, with all that stuff, whatever they call it, all of, all the different things. So I don't sleep well at night at all. And then I've had another breakout of my lupus lesions. Okay. So what my rheumatologist did diagnose me with when it comes to lupus, although I did not like that she didn't discuss that IFA blood test in depth. I think they do things like that on purpose just to keep you coming back or just keep you in limbo, or I don't fucking know. But I've been really like kind of vexed about that. When we did our follow-up after I had that other blood, the other labs done, we did a follow-up January 3rd. And what she did diagnose me with for sure, as far as the lupus goes, is subcutaneous lupus, even though she didn't even actually talk about it. She didn't even actually talk about, the different things that can happen and the, how worse it can get. So that's what I'm going to talk about here on this video. Subacute cutaneous lupus. I'll put the word somewhere over here. So, you got to be a smart patient. So let's see. What was it? Subacute. Yeah. It's a long word. Okay. So it's basically SCLE. That's the acronym for it. So it's called Subacute Cutaneous Lupus Erythematosus. SCLE. And so it says, I want to talk about what triggers cutaneous lupus. So basically your environmental triggers. So I'm still in this moldy apartment. We're set to be moved out next month, y'all. It's been so much dealing with the health stuff, fighting with my disability lawyers who bullshit and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much. It's always just so much that you contend with in life. I mean, dealing with just my daughter's income and whatever I can hustle up, when I go play bingo and I hit a $750 and then I pay our bills up in advance, that's what I be doing. And then I'm getting, little class action lawsuit checks and shit like that, like 300 here, 400 there, but that shit don't come in consistently, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you is gonna make it. You be out of here. Okay? So, yeah, environmental triggers, medications, viruses, and this sounds crazy as hell, right? Sunlight and abnormalities in various genes related to the immune system. So it's crazy because it's gonna tie together when I do my next psychic intuitive counseling sessions. But this was a card that came out, and it's number 5. 7 of Cups, number 5 in the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. And it's literally talking about having it's talking about having a hereditary disease. It's right here. Okay, and so it's like, okay, now I want to see what subacute means. Subacute. Now I know sub sounds like below the skin, but let's go ahead and define it. Subacute. And so I have a lesion that has come out. These lesions have been coming out on my buttocks. The same ones that I was showing on my arms. It can come anywhere. I mean, the skin is the largest organ of the human body, so it can come anywhere. And now I have one right back here. Hurts. It's throbbing. It's throbbing. So I put the Willow Balm pain cream. We had to wait for that to finally come in. So I had that going on back here on the back of my neck. And I may insert a picture of what it looks like when they first show up. It's just like a huge rising under the skin that doesn't actually have a pinpoint, like a pimple. So it's literally like if you get a huge ass pimple, but it don't have a head. Huge pimple, no head. But with the subacute, it can get in like a round circle. It's like round, probably like the size of nickels. That's what the size they'd be. Okay, so it's like a round raised red spot. And then sometimes it can have an eye. I call it an eye, which, for pimples, call a head. So I got one back here, and I was getting them on my buttocks. A few weeks ago, whenever, and I can tell when I'm highly stressed is when, I flare bad. But a few weeks ago, I got one on my breast, like on the side of my breast, and it was so sore and hurting, like, oh my God. So subacute means between acute and chronic. That's what subacute means. Okay, so let's go back to the subacute cutaneous lupus erythematosus. Okay, so I'm reading this from medscape.com. So it says subacute cutaneous lupus erythematosus is a non-scarring, non-atrophy producing photosensitive dermatosis. SCLE commonly develops in sun-exposed areas. Well, my butt is not exposed to the sun. Including the upper back, shoulders. Yeah, I get it. Shoulders, extensor arms, neck. So neck, I guess that would be here. It's behind my ear. Neck and upper torso. So my breast, okay? While the face is often spared. Praise be. Okay? These skin lesions can appear as either papulosquamous, psoriasis, okay, these words, right? Psoriasiform, or annular lesions. So let's talk about psoriasiform. Where's my little... I was supposed to put this on charge. Oh, it is. Let's talk about psoriasis. I can't say the word. So let's see. Because I remember mentioning it to my rheumatologist. Like, could this be derived from psoriasis? Because my grandfather had a very debilitating form of psoriasis. Okay, so what is the meaning of psoriasiform? Okay, it says it's a skin abnormality characterized by redness and irritation with thick red skin that displays flaky silver white patches or scales. So psoriasis. So the crazy part about it is that when I show the picture, you're going to see that, like, okay, here's my ear, the crease from my head to my ear, right there, you do see the psoriasis. And then the lesion is near it. Okay, so we got that understood. Cool beans. And then it's talking about or annular lesions. Annular, what does annular lesions mean? Annular lesions. Annular skin lesions are figurate lesions characterized by a ring-like morphology, a circle. Although plaques represent the most common presentation of annular lesions, lesions may also be macular, nodular, or composed of grouped papules, vesicles, or pustules. So that's true. It did on my breast show up as a patch, like not one ring, but like about 5 or 6, like a damn constellation or whatever. And it hurt so bad. So yeah. So what causes an annular lesion? Remember, it's a circular lesion. I'll put like a picture right here. What causes these annular lesions? The lesions appear as circular or ovoid macules or patches with an erythematous periphery and central clearing. So now let's talk about erythematous periphery. Let's talk about that. So what is erythematous skin mean? Okay, so erythematous skin means that the skin will be exhibiting abnormal redness or inflammation, okay, or the mucous membranes due to the accumulation of blood in dilated capillaries. So this is definitely a blood disorder, okay? It's definitely a blood disorder. Now, it definitely is. So now we go back to subacute cutaneous lupus erythematosus, okay? It's showing here also that it is a subtype of cutaneous lupus erythematosus, okay? Other subtypes include acute cutaneous lupus erythematosus, or ACLE, and chronic cutaneous lupus erythematosus, okay, which will be CCLE, okay? Chronic cutaneous lupus erythematosus includes discoid lupus erythematosus, or DLE, okay? Lupus, which discoid is circular, guys. Lupus erythematosus paniculatus or profundus, lupus tumefatus, and Sjogren lupus. So now what's catching my attention is the word profundus. Profundus. So the question is, what does profundus mean in anatomical terms? Okay, it is a deep muscle of the ulnar side of the forearm. Okay, so, and I always get them here. Like, matter of fact, like, and that's the thing where it says it's non-scarring. Okay, it's non-scarring. So all the ones that I've had that I've taken pictures is non-scarring. Okay. All right. And so it's just basically talking about the forearm, the side. Okay. Okay, wait. Let's go back. But I'm so grateful, guys. I'm so grateful because when I wake up, I'm extremely nauseous. My head is spinning. My spine is like throbbing. My body is extremely stiff, and I can feel the swelling in my tissues, which makes it feels like walking on knives to try to. It feels like I'm walking on glass because the sharp pains that run up my legs when I try to walk, and then feeling so sluggish, like, okay, yes, okay. Now, SCLE, or the subtype of cutaneous lupus erythematosus, may occur in patients with systemic lupus erythematosus. I'm sorry. Okay, may occur. So that's just stupid how some of these things are worded. Like, how the fuck are you gonna say that I have cutaneous lupus erythematosus, but the subtype, but then you're gonna say that which is SCLE, yeah, it may occur in patients with system. Like, it's so stupid. It is going to occur in patients with systemic lupus erythematosus. So this is the part about the healthcare system that is so fucking annoying. And that's why you got to have a spiritual, connection to guide you on how to detox your body and get back to health. Okay? Because it pisses me off. It also says it may occur in patients with Sjogren syndrome. Deficiency of the second component of complement. Okay, so now they get into terms. Okay, so here's a picture of a lady's arm. A white lady, so you'll be able to see it really well. This is subacute. That's the kind of patch that happened on my breast. That's the kind of patch that happened on my breast. And I was like, what the fuck? Because it hurt so bad. And then, of course, I used the willow balm cream and it went away. And tea tree. I used the willow balm cream and tea tree and it go away. That's what I got right back here right now. And it stopped the pain. So that's a natural herb. It's not, oh, put this or that over the counter or whatever. Like, what the fuck ever. So I want you guys to pay attention to that rash, right? So the medication that I've been prescribed for, I don't have to look it up. Okay. So it's called hydroxychloroquine. Okay. So let's pull that up right quick on askapatient.com. Okay. So remember that rash.